Hi everyone, welcome to this edition of the Coach's Corner. I am your host, Wes McKinney, here today with CU men's soccer coach, Steve Barrett. Coach, good to have you on today.
It's good to be here.
First off, you bring in a load of freshmen this year. You have a small number of upperclassmen. How's the team been able to gel with the young roster this year?
We've come a long way. We had 3 scrimmage games, and that gave us an opportunity to get a good look at what we've got, give them some experience early on. And as the season's gone on, we're seeing these freshmen grow up quickly and playing well, and we're happy with them. They've done a great job.
0-3 so far in conference play, all 3 losses by just a single goal. Still a long way to go here in league play. What do you guys need to do moving forward?
Win would be nice, but more specifically, perhaps there is just putting our chances away. Last 2 games now, Shepherd and AB haven't scored. We scored against AB, but it was about 11 seconds to go in the game, and so we've got to put the ball in the net, and that takes a pressure off the defense, just the team in general, that we're not playing tight and worrying about making a mistake. We had some great opportunities against AB in the first half. Should have been 2-3 up at halftime. And that would have been fair. I mean, it would have been the right result. But soccer is very simple. You got to put the ball in the net. You don't do it. And they came down. Their first attack, really, 35 minutes, corner. Big boy gets up, heads a goal. We're 1 down. And then a poor defensive error on our part puts it 2-0, and we're in a hole. But we still come out in the second half and dominate. So, yeah, we're not far away. We're really not. As much as that, we're 0-3. We lost to Wesleyan, who's gone on to beat Pitt 6-0, Seton Hill 5-1, and we lost 2-1, and had them on the ropes. They were happy to get out of there 2-1. And then Shepherd, 78th minute, we're fine, playing well. We've just got to score, and that seems obvious, but we've got to find a way to do that.
Okay, you have just 3 seniors on this team. What's been their role bringing along this young roster?
Well, we haven't. One of them, Shuff, hasn't played much. He's got an injury and hasn't started. Richie has led the line for us, and then Matt has played some in goal, and it's we could hope for better perhaps from our seniors. They're you lead by example, and they haven't had that playing time so much. So that has been a problem. Maybe the leadership there, that we haven't had someone to step up and when we go a goal down to get them G'd up, get them back on track, get them focused. We've talked about that. That's something that we need.
What's the role of your assistant coach, Chris Limley, this year?
He's been tremendous the moment he walked in. Just all round, all that he does, all that he brings. And a big part of it, you were seeing him, and his role is with recruiting. The 2 of us went to work, and Chris did a load of the donkey work as such of phone calling, and I'd then put a call in, and we'd get him on campus, and and we've got 16 freshmen we've brought in here, and so he's played a large role. But it's just, I've allowed him to be an assistant coach. He's a GA, and I've looked at him more as an assistant coach, where he has input in all facets of the program. He's been a tremendous help for us. It's great to have him. The sad part with it is that he leaves, and we've got to replace him, and that's going to be hard to do. But that's the nature of a graduate assistant, and we'll move on.
Okay, your captain this year, Cole Clunan, just a sophomore. What was the reasoning behind making him the captain for this year's squad?
It senses some leadership there. Cole's a good man, works hard, comes ready to play every day, every practice, loves the program, is totally sold on all that we're doing here. And to us, it just made sense to give him the captaincy. Again, coming back to the senior part, I feel we don't have leaders. They're a potential, they're there, but when they're freshmen, we see them maybe next year, the junior year, and we've got some leaders on the team, but we just felt at the time Cole was a guy that could lead this team, and he's done a good job with it.
Okay, looking ahead to tomorrow's game, you guys have to make the journey up to Pitt Johnstown. What's the keys to beating UPJ this weekend?
Score more than them. Putting the ball in the net. We've got to do that. They're not a bad team. They've been up and down. They lost Wheeling 3-2. That's not a bad result when they lost. They're struggling right now. We're good enough to beat them. There's no doubt in my mind. We are good enough to beat them. But at the same time, they're good enough to get a result against us. If we don't put the ball in the net, it's going to be a long, long afternoon. And it's going to come down to the end. If we can score early, we can get a couple of goals, I think we'll be in great shape.
Okay, you guys are starting to see some injuries mount up here. What kind of concern does that bring you and Coach Lindley?
Not much, really, to be honest. I mean, Schuff is out with a concussion. And again, he hasn't started for us. He comes off the bench and gives us something there up front. We've lost Alex Williams. We're not sure, maybe for the season. He's having surgery today. And our thoughts go out to him and his family as he has that surgery to have a plate put in his arm. So there's a chance we've lost him for the season. But Matt Gillums has stepped in. So we've got a big squad. And so, you know, those and the other injuries, they've come around. Silver's back in full swing now. So we've been fortunate. Yeah, we've had the injury here and there, but our squad's deep enough. And we've got enough solid players where I don't think it's affecting us too much right now.
Okay, you guys have almost matched your opponents in chances this semester, be it you guys come up on the short end of the scoreboard. How are you guys going to capitalize on the chances you do get?
Well, that seems like the theme coming here. We've created, AB, we had 3 or 4 great opportunities, and you don't get them every game. They're not going to great, easy opportunities, and we didn't score. We get punished. We're getting the shots, it seems. We're getting the opportunities. We've worked in practice. It's not that we just ignore it. Last night we worked on some finishing. We're talking about it. It's an issue. You like to think there's a game we're going to explode. It's all going to happen. And the sooner the better. Tomorrow will be very nice that we can go get 2-3 goals and get a win. You talk about having a little bit of luck. I feel you create your own luck as such that you get enough good opportunities. We haven't put the ball in the net as much as we'd like, but tomorrow maybe we'll get a little bit of luck that the ball will roll kindly for us. Against Shepherd, Caleb Bone broke away, ball over the keeper. Was about 3-4 inches wide of the post. To the right
behind the goal. Yeah.
You could have tapped that in for us if you'd that would have helped us. But no, that I'd say is luck. But we've got to create that chance. We've got to be putting that in. If he hadn't got that shot at all, well, so we were unlucky. No, it didn't happen. But he's got to do it again, and eventually, that will come our side. It'll go 3 inches to the left. We get a goal. So that's why I feel you create your the luck as such as it comes by keep banging away, putting shots on goal and seeing what happens. That keeper came up with a couple of heck of a saves with AB, but that's how it is. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. We've just got to keep plugging away and find a way to put the ball in the net.
Okay, your senior forward, you mentioned him earlier, Richie Vincent, has 3 goals on the season, half of your team goals. What's been his secret to success this year?
He's a good player. He's quick. He's athletic. He can get away from defender. He's good in 1v1 situations, which makes it difficult for defenders. He's been around. He's a 5th-year senior, and so he missed out last year academically ineligible, so I don't know if this is it. This is his last opportunity. So he's going. He's desperate to do well, I think, and it's showing in that he's getting into the positions to score, and it's just a matter of now and staying with him. It's a confidence thing, perhaps. He's got 3 goals, but I feel like he could have doubled that total. He hasn't. Hopefully, he can make up for that tomorrow in the few games to come here. That he's dangerous because of what he brings, and he's quick and strong. He's got a lot of attributes that you look for in a forward. And so we're relying on him. Obviously, you've got to. That's the nature of it. We're relying on our goalkeeper to stop goals going in, relying on our defenders not to give opportunities, relying on our midfield to create opportunities, relying on our forwards to put the ball in the net. So it's all their responsibilities, their roles, and we want them to fulfill them. And if they all do that, I will be successful. We're close. We're very close. It's just it's getting frustrating here, and oh boy, a win would do the world of good for us. I know it will, and hopefully we can get that one tomorrow.
All right, Coach. Well, we wish you guys well as you make the journey up to Pitt Johnstown, and safe travels as always.
Okay, thank you.
And thanks for coming by today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Coach's Corner. As always, you can get complete coverage of Concord University Athletics on the website, cumountainlions.com. Once again, I am your host, and for Coach Steve Barrett, this has been the Coach's Corner.